don't know. All right, back in here, deja vu thing. Hopefully, hopefully our Iraq is good. So we'll go to ground service here, and we'll again open up that door. The fueling. We'll empty the tanks first. It doesn't completely empty them. I'm just going to put 40,000 in. I'm going to start fueling there. Lars Ras, good afternoon. El Burgos, Ricardo. Ricardo's awesome. Yeah, I dig Ricardo. By the way, breaking news for any of you that have this particular plane, there was a bug that you could not enter airways into the FMC. Well, guess what? There's a workaround. If you do the pop-up FMC, the one that Scotty P said, hit F8, boom, pop-up FMC, you can put in airways. I just got that from Ricardo. All right, 40,000 pounds. That's good. Payload. We'll just do 25% this time. And I'll load that up. Yeah, having airways is kind of important. Otherwise, you're putting in the waypoints manually. So we'll do a simple airway route, and use the 2D pop-up for the time being. I really do hope that my FMC is updated. So let's go battery on. Standby power to auto. External power on. Please be updated. Yes! I'm so happy it worked. November 7th, 2019. I'm happy man. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to bring up that X checklist again. Just
reload aircraft.
Alright, GPU. Okay, parking brake is set. Battery is on. External power bus is on. Navigation light. Logo light not necessary. Doors are open.
FMC on.
Okay, we verified the nav data. Yeah, I don't want to do this. I want to do the alignment. Should do the alignment first. I'm thinking, right? There's probably a better order to do that in as well. ASXP generally works without a flight pan, but it makes for smoother transitions and optimized weather loading. Thank you, Agent B7. It's good info. Did they improve the FPS on this plane? I don't know. I'm getting 43 frames right now, and I'm streaming, so. Gronny Groovy, how are you? We got a subscribe. Hodgemania with the subscribe.
Keep up the great stuff.
We got a subscribe.
Hodgemania, thank you for the subscribe. Thank you for the support. I do appreciate that. You guys check out Hodgemania. In fact, one of my mods, can you do exclamation SO space Hodgemania? Shout out for him, please, if you don't mind. All right, I'm going to go back down to the FMC. Pause a net. I'll just take the GPS position. Boom. And then I'm going to put in KATL. Alright, and then KATL is the origination airport. Okay, so that's all going. I'm going to bypass some of this. Actually, I do need to get a route. So this will be just a test route. I'm just going to bring up an IFR flight plan. Let's pretend we're going from Atlanta to Savannah. Short flight, even though we won't really do it. We'll do the Varsity 2. That one doesn't have any airways though, so I'm gonna pick an airway. Actually, we don't necessarily need an airway if we're. Yeah, maybe we'll go without an airway this time for this first test. Alright, so I'm going to put in Savannah. We got a subscribe. Matt Jones, 270 with the subscribe.
For my favorite
We got a
CFI.
subscribe.
Thank you, Matt Jones. I appreciate it. We just did an activation. We're going to do...
We got a subscribe.
Matt Jones 270, also a Twitch streamer. Although you haven't streamed, and I haven't seen you stream recently. Maybe I just missed it. Hope you're having fun with it. Thanks for the subscribe. As far as where we are, over here on Navigraph, I'm going to click on flight, new flight, manual input. I'm going to go KATL, and I'm going to go to Savannah, create, then I'm going to type in the route. Today's route is going to be the Varsity 2 departure, and then MCN transition, DBN lots, and then Savannah VOR Savannah. And then I'm going to click on ATL, open charts list, and airport info. And I'm going to click on the georeferencing. Okay, so here I'm at the T gate, so we'll go to 27 right. So we'll choose 27 right, and then we're going to choose the Varsity 2 departure with the MCN transition. We'll execute that, and then I'll click on the route page. So we go Varsity to MCN, and then I'm going to put in DBN, Delta Bravo November, and then Lima Oscar Tango Tango Sierra, and then I'm going to put in Savannah, and then after Savannah we'll direct. I won't put in I might as well put in an approach. I'd like to actually come back to Atlanta, but yeah, apparently you can do airways, Granny Groovy, in the V2 now. You just have to do this little trick. Did you hear me talking about it? If you hit F8 and then you bring up the CDU, the 2D pop-up, you can put in airways. So that's a nice little workaround for the time being. Exclamation METAR KSAV. Is ATS arriving at your home? What do you mean, El Burgos? Wind is 330 at 4. So that'll work perfectly for ILS 01. Got the legs page. We got Doo Alex with
We
the
got a
subscribe. Doo with the subscribe. Thank you, Doo Alexu. Alex OU. Okay, so there we go. The Varsity 2 departure with some ILS going on. All right, let's do, wait. There we go. Reserves. Boom. Oh, I think I have to put in 05. I'll put in 04. We're going to be going. Oh, in Utah. Yeah. American Truck Sim Utah releases Thursday, November 7th. I'm going to go at a low level. We'll go at 230. And the cost index today will be 40. Unable cruise altitude. Maybe because we're... Okay, that might be better. Outside air temperature. Takeoff flaps. Do you do flaps 5 or do you do more than flaps 5 in a 747? Because it just said incorrect position. Do I do flaps 10? Okay, thank you, Tony. VREF 128, VR 141, and V2 156. This looks good to me. Now, here's the moment of truth for me: is I doubt that this is going to work, but I have the GoFlight MCP panel, right? And the GoFlight MCP panel may not work, but I'm going to try it. So I'm going to bring up my GoFlight interface tool. Uh-oh, what did it just do? My plane just did something. Oh, unable cruise altitude. All right, so the GoFly interface tool is loading up. I don't think this is going to work, but it would be handy if it does. No, it's not working. So I'm going to download. Again, this is a a shot in the dark, but I go to this Polypot software website, and I'm going to download the X-Plane configuration for the V1 V1.5. And I'm not expecting this to work, but we'll find out. So I'm going to do import wizard, and I'm going to go and locate that download that I just did. And then I'm going to choose MCP Pro, and I'm going to import. I don't think this is going to work, but might as well try. After months of putting it off, I have lights in my garage again. There you go. Well done. Everything works on the first try. Yeah, it's possible, right? It's importing the bespoke events. It'll probably be a few months before someone comes up with a script or a profile for this to actually work. It says it's restarting. Moment of truth. If it does work, then everyone in chat gets 75 snacks. What's the flight sim event starting tonight? I don't know. What are your... No way! Oh, world flights tonight. Look at this, guys. It works. Well, I should test it to make sure it works. So I'm going to rotate the heading knob. Watch. Rotate the heading knob, and I've zoomed in here. Oh, the heading is changing. I can change the speed. And I can change the altitude. Yeah, baby. Everyone, 75, not 7,500. Add 75 to all. Does that work? Yes. That's a lot. 75 times 124. That's a lot of snacks that just went out. But I'm super happy about that. That makes me happy. Offsked Descent. How you doing, sir? There is still time? Man. It's a pity that Right Girl requires my attendance this afternoon, evening. Captain Canada. How you doing, Captain Canada? Good to see you, my friend. Captain Canada, my favorite YouTube only streamer. So far, so good with this plane, Captain Canada. I'm super elated that it actually works with my MCP panel. I mean, that is... And I just turned on my flight director, and I turned on the flight director on the other side. Super happy. Hope you're well, sir. You've been married for 29 years? Yeah. Oh, and Captain Canada, there's another thing. Apparently people have, well, two questions. One, did you stream it? Do you have it, and do you stream it? Have you strummed it? Apparently there's a fix for Airways. You just go F8, right? The pop-out CDU, and then you can put in the Airways on the CDU. So you haven't bought it? Oh. Yeah. Oh, interesting. So have you seen it streamed, or you're just going off of the forums out of curiosity? It's good to see you, my friend. We also have Artisan Simulation. I thought I saw someone else sneak in there. All right. So the MCP panel is working. I'm so happy about that. All right, let's bring back up this. Let's assume we've done
FMCDEP/ARR.
everything in the FMC.
Glare shield panel.
Okay, we got the EFB going.
FMC perf-init page. EC switches.
All right, let's take a look at the overhead again. We've got Artisan is lurking. There you go. Hey, Rockham, how you doing? We're going to see how it goes. Yeah, hopefully. The good news is that there is already an SP1 there's already an SP1 that is it's going to be released hopefully soon. And again, that forum that I posted earlier, this lists all of the bugs that's going to be addressed. So whenever you say MCP, I think of the master control from Tron. Good old Tron. I got a review copy, Captain Canada. I did not pay for it. No. Yep. So yeah, so I'm gonna, yeah, exactly. So and so far so good, right? But we're gonna see it. Normally, I think that if you're gonna have a bias based on whether or not you got a review copy or not, you'd probably do an edited video. You probably wouldn't go live. But I'm going live. Well, okay, so I have a question. If you let's just say that you had never heard of who developed it, and you had a choice between flying the default 747 and this one, which way would you go? Because I've heard that you really can't fly the default on like Pilot Edge. But am I wrong? I've never flown the default, to be honest. All right, we got, let me just get this going here. We got EEC, normal, guard closed, standby power to auto, utility power switches left and right. Left and right on. Bus tie switches to auto. Generator switches to on. Yeah, those are on. That's good. We can do APU selector start. Okay. So here goes start on the APU. I'm assuming we have some sort of display down here for the APU. I know how to change the displays on the 7.5 and the 7.3. Ah, there it is. Okay, cool. It's showing right there. Awesome. I don't have V1, so I can't even relate to V1. So go outside and look at the middle of the aircraft. You can see where they fused the old aircraft with the new one. I saw it with the paint job that this one, I'm looking forward to additional paints on this one, but are you talking about that seam right there? Potentially. You do have this livery and you have the Lufthansa livery. Hey McBrake, how you doing? The APU is starting fast. Yeah, I'm not an APU expert for sure. Alright, so with that APU on, then we can do APU Gen. And we can do APU Gen 2. And then we can disconnect. McBrake1 with the subscribe. McBrake1 with the subscribe. Thank you, sir. Alright. Do you think I should disconnect it here first? Yeah, I think I will. So external power
We got
off.
a subscribe.
And then I'm going to disconnect the GPU by going to ground services. Disconnect GPU. Perfect. Have you flown? Do you have the E-Jets, Captain Canada? I like the E-Jets except for one thing, and that's the LNAV and VNAV I've had issues with. But that's a pretty big deal. I know. But you own all their products? Okay, except for this one. Yeah. I do own the PMDG, but I don't fly that sim any longer. EFP, okay, close the doors. All right, so back down here, we'll close the door. And, okay, let's go next.
Demand pump selectors.
I don't know what the demand pump selectors are. But I'm going to turn on the hydraulics here. Forward and aft lights. Hey, Tony, do you have this plane, right, Tony? Are you available to be on Discord? Or is anyone that has this plane is familiar with the startup procedure? I mean, I can try it. You're not on Discord? Okay, no worries. Emergency exit lights, that looks good. We'll go, these are the fuel pumps, right? Okay, you got emergency exit line armed. We've got yaw dampers on. Flight deck temperatures are good.
All fuel pump switches.
This has got so many things that you would do. It's got so many things that you would do if you were really going cold and dark, but we'll try to wing it here a bit. You just press the starter buttons and gave it fuel. I could try that. After I push back anyway. Window heat is on. Oh, I do need to turn on some bleed air. So APU bleed. That's on, right? Yeah, that's on. Okay. Cool. Does it work with better pushback? Here we go.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
And here's the new Nimbus Atlanta V2, by the way. You can do both engines per
Ground
side.
to cockpit.
Okay.
Tow is driving up.
I do like the moving people in the terminal. You know what? I think that's what a lot of people are also guessing. Turbinator, same idea. My gear is up. Oh, you're right.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
KATL, you'll definitely buy it. Yeah, the V2 looks good. And again, you get a discount if you own V1, and the coupon code is in your download section. But it is a definite improvement. The first Nimbus Atlanta was awesome. Let's see if it's... That's weird. I can't do... there we go. You can leave pack 1 on for startup. Oh, I didn't know that.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake is released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
We got the gate going away. That's a beautiful looking gate. How amazing is it that Todorico was able to produce a plug-in that works with most planes? Where am I flying? I'm going to do I've got a flight plan in for Savannah from Atlanta, but I may divert and just do an approach back into Atlanta. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. I mean, we'll see how it goes. John Fly pushing back John Fly, exactly. Because Todorico did it. Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing that it actually works with, you know, it's just amazing. I'm delaying engine start on purpose. So where am I going to encounter my first issue? Is it going to be with anything up into the takeoff point, or is it going to be at the engine start? Where people are saying there's issues, but I'm not having any issues yet. Is my auto throttle going to be an issue? We'll see. You own the 747 from PMDG. Yeah, it's great, but unfortunately, it's in the wrong sim, El Burgos. Scotty P didn't have any issues. Okay, we'll see. Some other streamers are just over dramatic, you think, Kansui, Jotai? Well, people, I definitely don't suppress any opinions. Here's where I stand with regard to the various reactions to this plane. Well, I'll ask the question, do you want it to get better? Because if you do want it to get better, then support it. If you don't want it to get better, then don't support it. What I probably need to do is I probably need to fly the default 747 and see if it works to even have any sort of reference point.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
And the other thing I'm going to say is that everyone out there in the Twitch community and in the YouTube community for that matter, always watch a stream, and preferably a live stream, of a product before you decide to buy it. And that way you have all the information up front. And secondly, all the developers out there in the world should have Twitch streamers fly their products first before release. But I'm biased. Yeah. So. Alright, so Scotty P, are you able to come on Discord by chance? See, that's the thing, Captain Canada, is I don't even own V1, so I can't even compare it to V1. So yeah. And that's the other thing, Dalmatian, is I would say increase the number of beta testers. But how effective would it be if let's say a year ago I said to you guys, hey, I'm gonna fly an alpha copy of this plane. You guys would come in here and we'd identify issues and report them, right? All together, like all of us together. Like you could have 150 people watching the stream, and you could have, 35 of those people actually submit a bug ticket just from what they saw on a live stream. So, yeah. FPV Steve, how you doing? SK McConnell agrees with me. Thank you. Not everyone does. That's okay too. You'll send me a pic of the V1? Yeah, I'd like to see the V1. So Rock'em Sock'em, did you actually do the upgrade, or are you waiting? All devs need to hire Valdudes equivalent to do their cockpit touchers. I agree. We should clone Valdudes. Captain Canada says, I agree with you, John, but to slap a V2 label on this and push it to the community is literally a smack in the face. Like I say, I gotta have some issues. Maybe we'll have issues with the engine start. Yeah. Yeah. No. The cool thing is like I said, that bug list. That bug list that they've identified. I think that to me, my biggest issue is LNAV and VNAV, right? Get that right, and I'm pretty happy. LNAV and VNAV. I mean, outside of the basic autopilot functions, you want heading, hold, vertical speed, flight level change, that type of thing. So, all right. So I think he said I can leave packs 1 on, right? So packs 3 and 2 can come off. Do I do isolation valve, right isolation valve off? And so none of that has been committed to be fixed. No, actually, according to my sources, there is a SP1 that is going to fix several of the issues that are identified, and that SP1 is, I would say that SP1 will probably come out in the next few months, but I don't know. I don't have the issues. All right, where can I tell whether or not I have? Okay, pull 3 and 4. Add fuel. Okay. So you think with just the 2 and 3 packs, I'll be good? All right, we're gonna pull 3 and 4. And do you add fuel immediately, or do you wait for a certain percentage? I was part of a raid party from Mustafa's. Also, I believe we met at FS Expo. I think I met so many people, so I'm gonna have to refresh my memory on that. McConnell, did you hang out with us at the big round table at the in the middle of the hotel? All right, so is the engine starting here, Scotty P? Does that look good? I should probably go outside. Spinning up.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
So you do fuel at 25? Okay. I think it's stabilizing. Is that good? Should I do 1 and 2 now, Scotty? Change screens, buttons near the co-pilot side. Okay. Here's the FMC left and right. That's cool. There's the MFD or nav. That's the ICAS. I haven't found
Tow is
that one yet, no.
disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
CHKL. Oh, is that for like the checklist? Left. Huh. All right, so go up. All right, so we got inboard display. You got this one here. Event, lower. Retract. Right of the AP buttons. Oh, up here. Ah, okay. So, there we go. So, electrical, fuel, hydraulics, flight controls, ETS. That's cool. And engine. There's engine. Okay, so for engine, then in order to pull 1 and 2, I can still go off of the same pack condition with 2 and 3 off? I'll try it. 2 and 1. Coming down here. Waiting for 25 on the N2. $23, $24, $25. It doesn't quite get to 25 that quickly. Set the RCL button. It clears the message. Okay. RCL button. I don't see an RCL. Oh, right there. Oh, perfect. Fuel override 3, it says. Okay. I think the gens are... I think it's still stabilizing. I'm not sure what the fuel override 3 off is. No, he is the real deal. Mr. Redman. Yeah, he's the real deal. Oh, fuel pump? I thought I had fuel pumps on. So I got... Do I need to put the overheads on? Like these? Ah, maybe that's it. OVRD. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright. Let's put on the taxi light. I'll lower the flaps. Flaps 5. And turn the packs on as Miss Amanda is suggesting. That's a great idea. Do I keep the isolation valves in play? Probably, huh? Oh yeah, flaps 10. You're right. Sorry about that. I'm going to do a throttle / flap view here. There we go. Boom. Flaps 10. Alright, I'm going to bug up heading of 270. Altitude of 10,000. Spoilers. Do I do anything with the spoilers at this point? All right, parking brake coming off. Do I arm the spoilers for taxi? Oh yeah, APU off, you're right. So APU Gen 2 off. I'm assuming that this is all automatic with the gens. Yep, APU. Okay, APU coming off. Oh, there's a plane taking off. Here we go. All right, I'm spooling up. Here we go. Wow, you do need a lot of thrust to get it going. Hey, Granny says, I feel for you. There's a lot of bad feeling in the community about this. So thanks for streaming it at least and letting people have an opinion. Yeah, I mean, that's it, right? We can see. I'm not an expert, right? I fly too many planes, and I'm the expert. I'm the master of none. I'm a 50% master on the Skyhawk, though. I'm gonna call myself a 50% master on the Skyhawk. So if I can get in here and we can see how it goes for an amateur like me. I do need to change one thing over here. Sound. I just need a little less volume on the external engine. So I'm gonna say engine 1 outside. I'm gonna bring that down just a tad ski. Bring the engine inside down a little bit. And then on the Navigraph chart is here. We're gonna taxi all the way down Lima, and then go to 27 right. So we'll get a nice long look at the airport. Those flaps going upright have just reminded me of the memes. Is there memes regarding the flaps? Oh, the slats are out too. All right, we want to turn on Lima. Doesn't this airport look fantastic? He couldn't get 500 feet above the ground? Well, we're going to see how the takeoff goes. Sea-Dog, name Sea-Dog. Just out of curiosity, what's your? If you could if you could just snap your fingers, and that one particular bug be fixed, what would it be? What would be the first one that? And do you have the plane, or are you just going off of what you're reading or seeing? DMB Bird, I'm going to be flat out real and honest and say that I like this plane so far, but with that being said, we haven't taken off yet. So we haven't done any navigation, we haven't done any flying. But out of the gate, this thing works, and I am super ecstatic that my MCP panel's working. I'm not a sound guy, so I shouldn't really chime in, but I'm okay with the sounds. So far, so good. Crasha Distal says, I haven't seen anything so far in this stream that would stop me buying it. Yeah. You have the MCP panel as well. Yeah, Bird, it works great. You do need to download the V1.5 Polypot profile for it, though. Yeah. You're just going off of what you've seen streamed and reading. I own the V1 of this plane and see no difference in the cockpit texture. I'm seeing some FMC issues, FMOD sounds I felt should have been used. So you're okay. So what you've gathered, Sea-Dog, is you've looked at streams, you've looked at You've seen the forums. You don't want to pull the trigger on it, even with the upgrade price. Okay, fair enough. And that's what I'm telling people to do, is watch streams. Watch streams. I think YouTube videos will be helpful. But the thing is that I've never flown this plane before. I've not even done a test flight. So to see someone who is not really a heavy type of flyer to come in here from the ground up and have the chat help me, this is where we're really seeing the meat of the plane, I think. So Lanaroo says, to be honest, this plane, I did a 12-hour long haul and came across no FMC memes, but it is flight sim and everyone can have a different experience. Yeah. Yeah. Captain Canada says the issue here isn't the plane itself, it's the fact that the dev wants to charge $40 for literally nothing. That's the issue we have here, not the plane, the sounds, the textures. In fact, they want the $40. I guess here's the truth, Captain Canada, is I purposely have not purchased either before this one. I didn't purchase this one either. I was given a review copy, but I did not purchase the 747 V1. I did not purchase the Flight Factor 777. I have not purchased the A350, all because of what I've seen live from others. They did not interest me. And that's the glory of the live streaming, right? Is we can watch a live stream and we can decide. So I guess the question is after I do one flight, I'm going to have to weigh in whether or not I think it's worth the $40 or the $65. But I guess I have to go off of the $65, whether or not it's worth that, based on the fact that I don't own V1. But maybe the differences between V1 and V2 are not enough. Who knows? I can't, like I say, I don't have V1, so. Humber, you know me. My favorite is the Zebo for sure. What is the last plane you purchased? Any Coronado aircraft I have to purchase. I don't get any Coronado aircraft for free. In fact, Coronado, can we start something up so I can get your product for free? You can only fly the plane once, just for review purposes. No, I permanently own it. In fact, I've been given a direct link for feedback. So if we have items that we want them to address more importantly than others, I have a direct contact that can help, and I can get updates on said requests, etc. So. 757 Spy is super happy with V1 of the Fly Factor A350. Probably won't mind purchasing V2. I need SIDS and stars, though, so once SIDS and stars are functional, we're going to fly the Varsity 2 SID right now. We're going to see if the Varsity 2 SID is actually functional on this bird. But again, keep in mind I've never flown a 747 outside of the PMDG. So, but you got to admit, up to this point, holding short of 27 right, have we really had any problems? Let's see if the auto throttle arms. Here we go. I'm on the MCP panel. I'm toggling the auto throttle. Boom. It works. Oh yeah, spoilers. I want to turn the intermediate marker off. I wonder if my voice command works. Arm spoilers? Arm spoilers.
Spoilers already armed.
Doesn't look like they're armed. Wouldn't you arm spoilers for landing? All right, let's do RTO on the auto brake. That's set. Let's come up here and go outboard. Sure, runway turn off. Sure, strobe. Sure, taxi light off. Beacon both. Why not? I think IM gets turned off in the radio panel. Probably, yep. Where is that panel? All right, let's see if LNAV engages. I'm going to hit the LNAV button. Oh, I hit the VNAV button on my MCP. That worked. I'm hitting LNAV and it's arming. I'm going to put in a speed of 200. Sure, why not? Heading 270. We're going up to 10,000.